It's Tuesday, the 11th of October, 2016. Welcome to this morning's United Kingdom Talk. A lovely, lovely night at the karaoke last night. Traffic wasn't too bad. I was going down there, through London. Not too bad at all last night, actually. I'm loving driving that new car. Oh, gosh, you just push a button and it bursts into life. No noise or anything. You quietly reverse the noise. It's a hybrid thing. It's funny, really. It's a RAV4 that I've got, a Toyota product. That's that's the fourth Toyota car that I've bought now. I'm very happy with Toyota. I think they're all the Jap stuff, all the Japanese stuff, cars and that all tend to be very reliable. I think I had, what was it broke down? It was the Igo, I think. An Igo broke down on me. It was either an Igo or a Yaris a number of years ago. And I had to call out the AA, I think it was, or RAC, one of the two. And when the bloke got there, he said, well, I'll have a quick look. He says, yeah, I'm not sure what it was. I can take you home now. He said, I've got to tell you, it's very, very unusual to see a Japanese car on the back of one of our trucks. That's what he said. That's what the bloke says, so they know what they're doing, don't they? Very, very happy with it. Although, if you read the reviews from the people like an Autocar and Top Gear and all that business, they didn't like it at all, that new RAV4, the new RAV4 Hybrid. They didn't. They said it was very heavy and all that. But I was talking to someone else about that and said, don't take any notice of that because they're all petrol heads, you see. They are experts in cars. But would it have swayed my opinion? It might well have done so. Yeah, it might well have done so. But you have to remember, these people are after a particular thing in a car, I think, to be honest. And they are professionals who write about cars. They're car mad. Whereas I'm just a lowly, I'm not really interested in how a car works or anything like that. I just want it to drive me from A to B and to never break down. So maybe we shouldn't read those too much, should we? Anyway, so nice night last night. Got home. When I got home, I've got a little friend now who seems to be waiting for me when I get home. It's happened twice now. Yes, was it Sunday night? I think it was Sunday night. That was when I didn't go to work. I went outside and the cat, if the cat leaves the food for too long, oh, that's right. Last night, I was going to tell you that. Last night I come in, no cat. Where's the cat? Katie, because usually I'll open the door and within seconds she starts coming around, meow, meow, and she's there. She's there, meow, meow, no cat. So I'm looking, Katie, a few stones on the floor and a bit of a pong when I got in yesterday into the kitchen because she'd done a poo. She'd done it in her litter tray. She's done, but it stank. And if you go in there and it says it can't be done that long ago. Because eventually the smell disperses, doesn't it? When does it disperse to? Have you ever wondered that? Where do those bad smells disperse to? Do they kind of go into the curtains and things like that in your kitchen? Oh dear. Anyway, it stank in there last night. So that's the first thing I did. I emptied that. And I'm looking for the cat. She's nowhere to be seen. And I thought, oh no, come on, where are you, Katie? And the thing is with animals, because she ain't been too well. She's a bit gone up here now. And I thought, oh, don't say she's gone off to go to sleep to somewhere. Because a lot of animals, they like to disappear. When it's their time, they know. And they simply disappear. And you find them, decomposed weeks later under a tree or something like that asleep. And I'm thinking, oh, don't say she's gone now. And I'm looking around. I can't find her anywhere. I'm outside now. Katie, pitch black. This is past 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm having to be quiet because of the neighbours. We don't like to upset the neighbours, dear. Katie. Nowhere to be found last night. And then after seeing my new friend, I went back in and I'm making myself a cup of tea. Meow, and she's walked around the table. Where were you? And I touched her, and she wasn't cold, so she hasn't been outside. I don't know where she must have been hiding in there somewhere. I looked under the table, on her bed, under the cupboards, couldn't find her anywhere. She comes up, meow, meow, meow. Oh, Oh, and I was so pleased because I started to really panic. I said, "Do you know how much you just worried me?" Blooming things, didn't they? I'm sure they do it on purpose. I should extract a couple of her whiskers as punishment for that. I think I really do. Anyway, so my new friend, the other day, I went out with the old cat food. Once it's down for a few hours, if she hasn't eaten it, she's not going to eat it. So I generally put it outside for other creatures to eat. And I was taking this one out. No, I wasn't actually. I was taking out a bag of rubbish. And as I walked past my bush, I kicked something. And I thought, what on earth was that? That felt like the end of a brush, like a stiff bristled brush. Anyway, and I looked down. Oh my God, it's a little hedgehog, and I just kicked it. I felt so guilty. I didn't do it on purpose. No, I didn't. So it's this little hedgehog under there. Oh wow! And I quickly went out and nicked Katie's cat food. Well, she wasn't eating it at the time. I nicked Katie's cat food and put it next to the hedgehog and waited. Well, they don't move, do they? They don't move. Anyway, so I went inside and I got Ronnie. I said, "Here, Ronnie, come here." Because he was in as well. And he came outside. I said, "Look." And he was so pleased because he hasn't seen Hedgehog for ages. And there it was, dear. Little Hedgehog. But we put it weren't eating in front of us. It was just crawled up. So we went back inside, went back out a bit later, and it had disappeared. Oh, it must be around here somewhere. And there it was, right up against my wall. I said, okay. And Ronnie took the food and put it there. We came back inside, waited a while, came back outside. Hedgehog had gone, and so had the food as well. So there we are, and we felt quite pleased about that. Well, last night, after noticing Katie missing, no, it's a bit. As I got there it was, waiting in the middle of my front garden. It was like and it wasn't curled up this time. I'm like, "Hello, little hedgehog. Do you want something to eat?" So I went inside. I opened a fresh packet of cat food, put it down, and it didn't move. It's like that, not moving. Okay, fair enough. I'm putting it off. Came back inside. Came back out a little bit later, and I could hear noises like that. And there it was, munching away on the cat food. Oh, it was loving it, dear. Loving a whole packet of cat food. And it's only tiny, this hedgehog. And then I did something that probably I shouldn't have done, really. And I got my camera out and I took a photo of it. And, of course, it flashed. And I think I might have frightened it, but it didn't move. So here is a picture of the said hedgehog. There he is. Is it a he or a she? I don't know. I think we need a name for this little hedgehog. Anyone think of a name for little hedgehog there? Eating most of the food there. So and then it disappeared along with the food. You want a hedgehog in your garden too. I know you do, boys and girls. Now, we're going to have a little chat to someone now on the phone, boys and girls. Adam the plumber has rung in this morning. Good morning, Adam.
Good morning, Chris. How are you?
All right. Have you got a garden, Adam?
I've got a balcony, unfortunately. My mum's got a nice garden. Oh, she's got lots of little foxes in it.
You don't get hedgehogs climbing up your wall onto your balcony, then, no?
No, afraid not. No.
Well, you could
have
get
hedgehogs at my mum's house, though.
You could get squirrels, dear.
You could. We had those.
I had those. I had those climbing up my wall many years ago, dear, and they invaded my loft. They invaded it, dear. They invaded my loft. Oh. Not nice, dear. Not nice. Anyway, you've rung up for a reason, Adam. You're doing a little event. Is it this weekend?
It is this weekend, yep. It's at Lewisham Spiritualist Church in Lewisham.
Is that London?
And it's a sing-along evening starring the one and only Mr. Ray Reynolds and Mr. Johnny Keys.
Ray Reynolds. Oh, yes. Johnny Key sent me a card. He sent me a Get Well card. Funny you should mention him. A Get Well Soon card. It's all very nice, all in different colours, pink, and it's a bit like a homemade one. I'm wondering if he made this himself out of some coloured pens and some glitter. Isn't that nice? Look at that. To Chris, hope you're feeling better soon. Love from Johnny. So that's nice. Isn't that nice, dear? Look.
That's a lovely
Get Well
call,
Soon
Chris.
card.
That is a lovely call.
Thank you, Johnny, because he sends me in a lot of news stories and things like that I use on the show now.
Yes, he is the UK TV news correspondent.
He is indeed. He is. So Lewisham, this Lewisham's in London, isn't it?
It is indeed, yes.
Okay,
It's South East London. I'll give the full address at the end if you like.
Right.
So it's basically a sing-along evening. We've got of two friends of mine, Jason Pimblett and Samantha Howard. Jason is a international singer, sung in D'Oyly Carr Opera North, and Samantha is a singer, and she has done tours around America and things like that. Soprano, very good, very lovely voice. Also got Johnny and Ray, as you know, playing the banjo and doing a George Formby tribute act. And we also have the Pearly King of Camberwell and the Pearly Queen of Rotherhithe.
Oh, I didn't know they were still going, the old Pearly Kings and Queens.
Oh, yeah, still going. In fact, Michelle is actually the first Pearly Queen of Rotherhithe in 40 years, I believe.
Oh, it must take them ages to sew all those buttons on, dear.
Yeah.
They must be very, very quick with their fingers. There must be an awful lot of fingering going on when they're putting those on, my dear. They really must.
So, yeah, it's a sing-along evening between 7:15 and 9:15, and it's going to be a good evening. And if any of your viewers would like to come along, then do so. I'll give the address if you like. It's number 65, Boone Street.
Oh, sorry,
London.
What was that?
Oh, sorry, go on.
Number 65?
65 Boone Street, Boone Street.
All right, Boom Street, yeah.
Boone Street in Lewisham, and that's SE13 5SE. And that's a full address there. And as I say, it starts at 7:15, goes on to 9:15, and lots of entertainment and a raffle.
Oh, raffle, dear. Oh, I love reading out raffle numbers. I really do.
I get to do that at the end. I call it like bingo.
What's the prizes then?
There'll be various prizes, bottles of wine and chocolates and...
Price of tickets? Pound? Are they a pound?
Pound a strip, yeah.
Pound a strip.
£2 a go all the way.
I don't know how we ever came into doing like a pound for a strip. Because a pound a strip, right? You get no more chances, because everyone gets a strip. You got no more chance of winning as you would go and pay a pound a ticket. It just sounds better.
Yes, it does, but and it's easier to call out a whole strip rather than pull out one little number. It's a lot easier just to pull out a whole strip, pay out the bucket.
What is this event actually for?
Well, it's to raise money for the church for a start, and hopefully as well the Pearly King and Queen are going to be there. They run a charity called UK Homes for Heroes. Oh yes, I've heard of this. Yes, which is a charity based in the UK that supports homeless soldiers on the streets of London, but of the UK. But they also feed homeless people on the streets as well as the UK. They don't just specifically target for homeless soldiers and service personnel. They also look after feeding the homeless in the UK.
That's an excellent thing to do. Yeah, it's in your spiritualist church, you say. Well, what happens there then in a spiritualist church? Is it anything to do to the two kind of tie up somehow, or you know, the event, or is it just like your church is doing this for them?
Right, it's our 80th anniversary at the church, so that's partly the reason for doing the sing-along evening, because it's celebrating music over the last sort of 80 years. It won't be going right to the very modern day, because a lot of sing-along, you know, modern stuff you can't really sing along to, and some of our church members may not necessarily know it. So it sort of goes up to late 70s, early 80s sort of music. And as I say, it's to do with our 80th celebration, and it's to raise money for the church, because obviously we're an unfunded organisation. We're self-supporting, we're a teaching church. Yeah. And obviously it's all goes toward to help.
Okay, what do you actually do in that church, a spiritualist church?
A spiritualist church, right. A spiritualist communicate with relatives on the other side, right, as some people say. A lot of people say, oh, you speak to the dead. Well, I say, how can you speak to the dead if you're speaking to them? They're obviously not dead, they're just passed on to a different plane, yes, away from the earth plane. That's what it basically is. And we have mediums that communicate with your loved ones on the other side. And a lot of people say, oh, it's a load of old rubbish, and, you know, how can you believe in it? But I mean, I started following it when I was about 15, when I got a message from a spiritualist at a church, and the information I got only I would know. Do you see what I mean?
Yes.
It was very specific information. She gave the name of my mum's dog. She gave me what my career path was going to be and things like that. So that's what got me into following it, really.
And did you find did you find that yourself? Are you on another level altogether, dear?
I don't communicate. I haven't chosen that path to go down.
No, I mean yourself.
Oh,
I've always looked at you sometimes and thought you look a bit dead, to be honest.
oh.
No, I'm only joking.
Ladies and
I would come and do. I have a very open mind to most things, actually,
Yeah.
and I would love to come down at some point, yeah, and have a little listen to what's going on and all that.
Yeah,
business,
we'll get you a one-to-one reading with one of our many mediums that we have.
Yeah, maybe I could get up halfway through and sing a couple of Barry Manilow numbers.
Well, actually, our church does actually do very modern songs. We don't do we only do 3 traditional hymns.
No hymns, dear.
During the service, 3 traditional hymns.
But the rest of the church is that then? No hymns, dear. 3 hymns? That must be a. Are you just too tight to buy proper hymn books? Is that what it is, dear?
No, we got a hymnizer. We can play all the hymns you like, but they're very how can I put it? A lot of people don't know them and what have you. And
what are the 3 hymns then that you've got?
The 3 hymns,
traditional ones.
They are the healing hymn, the
Right.
Lord's Prayer, and the Vesper hymn.
Oh, okay.
They're the 3 traditional ones that we do.
No, praise
Healing.
my soul, the King of Heaven.
No, the healing hymn is to send out healing to those that need it, who are in distress and who need healing.
Yes.
So that helps to do that. The Lord's Prayer is the standard Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Yes.
But it's sung. And then the Vesper hymn is the closing prayer song.
Oh, okay.
After you do the closing prayer, it sort of closes the evening down and helps the spirit to return back to the spirit realm, and that the energies go out to those who are in need of it.
Oh, that would be lovely to do that.
Yeah.
Yes, I think I would have to come to that sometime. Just mention your little event again before we go, my darling.
Yeah, certainly. It's called We'll Meet Again. It's 7:15 to 9:15 at Lewisham Spiritualist Church, 65 Boone Street, Lewisham, London, SE12 5SA. And if anybody wants to know about the event, any more information, look us up on Facebook or give me a contact on Facebook.
What day is this on?
This is this Saturday, the 15th of October. So this Saturday,
2016.
Evening.
Okay.
That's
What's
it.
the website then?
The website is www.lewishamspiritualistchurch.com.
And the Facebook?
Facebook is Lewisham Spiritualist Church. Just
Okay.
search Lewisham Spiritualist
So
Church.
that's where we find you, Adam. Fantastic.
Yeah.
You're coming into the studio in a couple of weeks, aren't you, to do a little half-hour show with us?
Yes, I'll come in and grace your presence and probably wreck the studio.
You probably will, dear. Yes, I'm sure you will. Lovely to talk to you, Adam, all right?
And you. Take care, Chris. Bye-bye.
All right, thank you very much. Bye-bye now. Bye. There we are, Adam. And do pop down to the church to have a little look at that, look what's going on. It'll be a good night. We'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again. I can't understand why I haven't been booked to do it, to be honest. Now, here's a lovely story here, boys and girls, before we do today's... Oh, look at the time, look at the time. We'll do this. We'll fit this in. Glass loos. How'd you fancy this, boys and girls? Having a glass toilet. Do you like the sound of that? In China's recent obsession with glass tourist attractions has gone round the U-bend with the opening of some see-through treetop public toilets. The loos in South Hunan province have fabulous views of both the forest below and other people using the facilities. Cubicle walls, even those between the men and women's sections, are only separated by lightly frosted glass. But state media says few visitors dared use the loos on their opening day. As a picture here, look at that. Oh my Lord. Why? Why, oh why would you want to do something like that? Glass toilets. Some more pictures here. Look, there's the men's. Look, they're just on glass walls. And what's that at the bottom there? Oh, it's the bottoms are glass as well. Look, what you stand on, the floor's glass. Oh dear. Despite a boom in the construction of glass bridges and walkways in scenic locations in China in recent years, in some cases so popular that they had to be closed, these are thought to be the first entirely glass public lavatories in the country. However, it's not the first time those busting to go have been exposed a little more than they might have liked enthusiasm for the glass. There were reports of recently some male toilets in a university dorm in Hunan, oh I see, which included one very public cubicle. But you don't want to see someone else going, do you? Ronnie does it. When he comes in, he leaves the bloody door open while he's sitting down, and I have to tell him. And the smell comes into the house. It's disgusting. Oh, close the bloody door if you're going to use the toilet. News of the wide view toilets sparked a range of reactions online. Others were taken by the idea. You'll be surprised what you can tolerate when you really, really need to go, said one. Oh, I know about that, dear. Oh my God! I've said to you before. Yes. By the way, I'm blocking again. I'm blocking up again. Oh, honestly, you get over one thing. Well, I'm not quite over it yet. You get over one thing, something else comes as well. I woke up this morning. The reason this show is so late today is I woke up this morning about 7 o'clock with a terrible headache. Terrible, terrible headache. And the only thing I can think of, I must have been dehydrated, but I had 3 pints of water last night at work. I really did. But I'm blocking up again, and I'm going to have the powder again. I had my normal pills at 10 o'clock. You can't have the powder straight after pills, because then the pills just go straight through for something else, you see. So I thought I'll wait till 12 o'clock and I'll have 2 powders, which means no swimming today, because we don't want any accidents in the pool, dear. Oh, no. I'm going to have to get some of those rubber knickers, aren't I? Something like that. So there we are. Glass toilets. Order one for your home now. Thank you, Johnny Key, for the story there, okay? Some messages from yesterday's show, boys and girls. Sorry, I've just got to bring those up there. Give me a second or two. There they are. Coming up. There they are. There we are. Simon Keane, hello Simon, he does the karaoke up to north, says, so last week you were attacked by killer hornets and now attacked by butterflies. Watch out for the butterflies, dear. Butterflies everywhere. You watched our girl, so on the plus side, in the pool, you didn't get bombed. God. So glad you're better, Mr. Chop Chop. Chop, 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 chop. That's it. Chop, chop. If you're wondering what chop, chop means, maybe you're in another country. Oh, what does he mean by chop? It means hurry up. That's all it means. Chop, chop means hurry up. Where did I get it from? Years ago, I had the most wonderful scoutmaster called Ted Malden. And it was one of his saying, come on, chop, 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 mister. And that's where that comes from. Ted Malden, wonderful scout leader, no longer with us, unfortunately. Let's do today's birthdays, boys and girls. Here we go. Oh, where are the birthdays? Come on, birthdays. They have disappeared. There we are. Birthdays coming up now. Happy birthday today to Benjamin Elder, 31 today. Happy birthday, Benjamin. Looking very good in that suit. Is that your black suit there? Very, very posh. Very posh. Happy birthday, Benjamin. Happy birthday to Chris. Oh, Chris Eccles. Chris Pina-Eccles. Pina-Eccles, who is 38 today. Happy birthday, Chris. Me and him and a couple of friends, we used to go out every weekend, and we were wild. Wild. I was a wild child, boys and girls. And he's 38 today. Happy birthday, Chris. Long time no see. We must put that right soon. Happy birthday today to Chris Caudle, who's 41 today. Happy birthday, Chris. Oh, you're looking so much fitter than me, but then you are 12 years younger than me, dear. Happy birthday, Chris, and happy birthday today to... Oh, wait for this name. You'll love this name. Boadicea. Wow. We love that name. Boadicea Francis McLoughlin. McLoughlin, I think that's how you say it. Now, where are you, my darling? I think you look like... Oh, you're in Ireland. If you ever go across the sea to Ireland, happy birthday, my darling. Happy birthday to you all today. Hope you have a wonderful time. Here comes the song. Oh, where is it? There it is. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Have a wonderful day, boys and girls. It's Tuesday night, so tonight I shall be hosting karaoke this evening at the Golden Lion in Camden Town. It's in Royal College Street, Camden Town. Starts at 9 and finishes at 12 midnight. That's every Tuesday. Once again, tonight, join us for karaoke tonight at the Golden Lion in Royal College Street, Camden Town, starting at 9 o'clock and finishing at 12 midnight. Apart from that, have a lovely Tuesday. Nice to chat to you soon.